Welcome, everyone. Today, I want you to stop whatever you're doing. Take a moment, pause everything, put your phone down, sit quietly, and ask yourself a real question. Are you living your life fully, or just getting through the days? We all say we want more, to travel the world, drive the car of our dreams, feel free, wealthy, peaceful, loved, respected. We crave a business we own, a relationship that lights us up, a purpose that gives life meaning. But let's be honest, what are you actually doing to create that life? What steps are you taking today, right now? Still stuck scrolling endlessly through social media? Still binge-watching random content that adds zero value? Still putting things off with excuses? Still sleeping in, fearing failure, waiting for luck? Listen carefully. This isn't a rehearsal. This isn't a practice round. You don't get a redo this life, the one you're in right now. This is your shot. You won't wake up one day with more time. You won't suddenly be ready. You won't be gifted a second chance. This is your moment, and this message, it's not to hype you up with cliches or sugar-coated lines. It's a mirror. So you can finally see the truth you've been ignoring. So you can snap out of the sleep you've been walking in. You want to upgrade your life. You want to speak English with power. You want to earn more, feel more confident, be unstoppable. Then don't just listen, feel it. Hear this with your gut, not just your ears. Because this might be the message that changes everything. If this hits home and you're tired of fake inspiration and empty promises, stay with me. We don't just help you learn English, we help you transform your life. Let's start. Let's figure out how not to waste this one life you've got. Lesson 1. Time is your real wealth. Don't waste it. Here's a hard truth. You're not killing time. Time is slowly killing you. Every time you push something to tomorrow. Every extra hour spent scrolling. Every time you snooze your alarm and go back to bed, you're not relaxing. You're giving away chunks of your life. It's easy to forget, but life is moving, second by second. You're getting older. Your dreams are sitting on a shelf, collecting dust. Your energy is fading, and nothing changes unless you do. Ask yourself, what did you do with yesterday? What are you doing today? And be real. Will tomorrow be any different? Probably not, unless you decide to change. That mythical someday doesn't exist. It's a trap. Excuses don't build dreams, results do. Here's the fix. Start treating your hours like they're gold. Make a daily plan. Choose one thing each day that moves you forward. Cut just 1 hour of wasted screen time and replace it with something that fuels you. Reading, learning, building. Time becomes your ally only when you respect it. Ignore it, and it becomes your enemy. Lesson 2. No one's coming. Take responsibility. Your life belongs to you. It's not your parents' job, not your bosses, not your friends, or the government's. It's on you. Too many people spend years stuck in stories like, I didn't get support. I didn't go to a good school. I don't have money or talent or time. The truth is, none of that matters. Winners don't dwell on what they didn't get. They use what they do have, even if it's almost nothing, and build anyway. Think about all the people who came from nothing and still made something big. They had no money, no mentors, just fire. They weren't the most talented. They were just done waiting. Take Oprah, for example. Born into poverty, faced abuse. She didn't wait for a handout. She created her future. Now she's a billionaire. Who changed lives? Want to do the same? Here's how. Accept your past, but don't stay trapped in it. Say this every day: I run my life, no one else. Write down your problems, then write one real step to fix each. Doesn't have to be huge. Start small. Start where you are. Just start. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're just sitting on power you haven't used yet. Asterisk, lesson 3. Comfort zones feel good until they ruin your life. Let's be honest. Your day probably looks something like this. Wake up, check your phone, eat, scroll some more, maybe study a little, watch videos, sleep, repeat. Feels safe, doesn't it? Easy, familiar. But here's what you don't realize. That routine is quietly killing your dreams. You're not relaxing. You're not recharging. You're slowly giving up on everything you once wanted. Comfort zones are silent traps. Nothing amazing happens in comfort. All growth lives on the edge. You want better English? Start speaking. Make 50 mistakes. Who cares? You want your own business. Try, fail, try again. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're afraid to feel uncomfortable, afraid of embarrassment, afraid people will laugh, afraid of looking like a beginner. Let them laugh. Let them doubt you. They're not the ones who'll have to live your life. You are. Think about this. A seed can't become a tree unless it breaks through the soil. That takes pressure, struggle, risk. You're no different. If you want to grow, you've got to get uncomfortable. Try this. Every day, do something that scares you a little. Speak in a language you're still learning. Post that video. Apply for that job. Join that program. Fall flat on your face if you must. But fall forward, because playing it safe never built anything legendary. Lesson 4. Later is the biggest lie you tell yourself. You've said it. We've all said it. I'll start later. I'll do it tomorrow when I'm ready. Let's cut the nonsense. Later almost always means never. Every time you delay what matters, you teach yourself to stay stuck. You reinforce inaction. You water the weeds of procrastination. Want to speak English fluently? Then why aren't you speaking right now? You want to get in shape? Then why are you still thinking about it? You want to write that book, launch that channel, fix your sleep, start something real? Then why are you still waiting? No one's coming to tap you on the shoulder and say, okay, now is the perfect time. Everything's ready. That moment never comes. The only time that belongs to you fully, completely, is now. If you keep putting off your goals, one day you'll look back and realize you didn't run out of time. You gave it away. Real example. You had a business idea 2 years ago. You hesitated. Now someone else is doing it. They're building the dream you were too afraid to start. You're watching from the sidelines, thinking, that could have been me, and it could have. Here's what to do. Set a timer. 10 minutes. Pick the thing you've been avoiding. Start it now. Tell yourself, if I don't take the first step now, I probably never will. One messy action beats 100 perfect plans that never happen. Lesson 5. Stop overthinking. Do something. Anything. You've got a smart mind, and it's ruining your life. Let me explain. You think. You analyze. You plan. You watch videos. You take notes. You feel inspired. But nothing changes because you never act. You want to open a business. You spend months thinking about it. You want to speak English? You listen. You read. You practice in your head. But you never speak out loud. You want to get fit. You build the perfect routine, buy the gear, and skip the gym again. That's not strategy. It's fear. hiding behind productivity. You're burning out before you even begin. You're imagining the worst-case scenario. You're writing your own failure story in advance. And so, nothing moves. Thinking is useful, but only to a point. After that, it becomes a trap. And fear loves that trap. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to move. Want to improve your English? Talk to yourself in the mirror. Record your voice. Write something. Say something even. If it's wrong, don't wait for perfect. Start with possible. Picture this. A guy wants to learn to swim. He reads 20 books, watches 100 tutorials, buys expensive gear, but never steps into the water. Will he ever swim? Exactly, that's what you're doing with your goals. Do this instead. Think for 10 minutes, then act for 10 hours. Build momentum through motion, not motivation. Let your hands move. Let your feet move. Let your life move. Because overthinking has never created a breakthrough. Only action has. Lesson 6. Be the exception, not the excuse. Stop blending in. Start becoming that person. The one people look at and say, I don't know how they do it, but I wish I had that kind of drive. Be the one who gets up before the world. Be the one who works while others party. Be the one who believes when others doubt. Be the one who walks forward while others stand still. You don't need applause. You don't need permission. You just need belief in yourself. People won't always understand your grind. They'll say you've changed. They'll say it's unrealistic. They'll whisper behind your back. Let them. You're not growing for them. You're growing for you. Here's what's real. In every circle, there's that one person who breaks the cycle. The one who proves everyone wrong. Why not you? What makes you think you don't have what it takes? Start acting like the person you want to become now. What does that look like? Ask yourself every morning, what would the disciplined version of me do today? Then do exactly that. Walk like success. Talk like success. Move like success. Don't tell people what you're about to do. Let them see it. Lesson 7. The real fight is with the person in the mirror. Biggest battle isn't with anyone else. Not your boss. Not your past. Not the algorithm. It's with you. It's that part of you that whispers, let's skip today. Let's take it easy. Let's wait for a better time. You wake up every morning and face a choice. The version of you that wants comfort, or the version of you that wants change. One scrolls endlessly, the other reads and learns. One hits snooze, the other builds. One stays in fear, the other walks into the unknown, the winner. The one you choose to feed every single day. There's a story about two wolves living inside us. One is lazy, full of doubt, looking for distractions. The other is focused, fearless, and driven. Which one wins? The one you feed. So track your small wins. Notice every time you choose growth over comfort. Stack up those moments. They will reshape who you are. This isn't just about habits. It's about identity. The stronger you becomes real when you stop backing down from the weaker you. Lesson 8. Willpower greater than feelings. Feelings are slippery. They come and go. They'll say, don't wake up, don't study, don't try, don't bother. If you live by your feelings, your dreams will rot. Willpower is what steps in when motivation steps out. Willpower says, get up anyway. Do it anyway. Keep going, even when nothing makes sense yet. You think successful people always feel ready. They don't. They're tired, heartbroken, broke, anxious, but they show up anyway because they've trained their willpower like a muscle. Want to train yours? Start with something small. Let's say you want to stop using your phone after 10 p.m. You'll fail at first. You'll slip, but keep trying. Put it in another room. Write your intention somewhere visible. Each small win builds control. Eventually, you become the person who chooses long-term gain over short-term comfort. Discipline isn't a punishment. It's how you protect your future, and it all starts with doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Lesson 9. Comparison poisons progressive. You keep measuring your life against someone else's highlight reel. You will always feel like you're not enough. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of them are showing you snapshots, filters, perfect angles. You don't see their sleepless nights. You don't see the panic attacks. You don't see the therapy, the debt, the heartbreak. You see one polished moment and compare it to your entire messy day. And slowly you start to hate your life. You think you're behind? You are writing your own story, and your only competition is you from yesterday. If a lion compared itself to a bird, it would never understand its power. Replace envy with inspiration. Use other people's success as a spark, not a reason to quit. Your path is your own. Walk it with your head high. Lesson 10. Be careful who you listen to. Not all advice is worth taking. Would you take advice from someone who's never left the ground? Then why are you asking your broke uncle how to build a business? Why are you listening to someone who's never learned English about whether you can? Some people speak from experience. Others speak from fear. Know the difference. The world is full of opinions, especially from people who have never risked anything. You need voices in your life who have walked the path, who've failed and kept going, who've done what you want to do. Protect your energy. Guard your mind like a fortress. If someone hasn't built what you want to build, thank them for their concern, but don't take their map. What to do? Before listening to advice, ask yourself, has this person actually done it? Are they where I want to be? If yes, take notes. If not, move along. Your vision is fragile. Don't let someone else's fear put out your fire. Lesson 11. Stop waiting for permission. Nobody is going to knock on your door and say, hey, it's your time now. Go win. The world isn't built to hand success to you. It rewards the ones who stop waiting and start acting, waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's not coming, waiting for someone to recognize your potential. They won't, not until you've already proven yourself. Pick yourself. You don't need a green light. You don't need applause. You don't need someone to say you're ready. You declare it. You create your own momentum. The most successful people didn't wait for acceptance. They moved without J.K. Rowling. Rejected over a dozen times before someone published Harry Potter. Imagine if she'd taken rejection as a sign to stop. She didn't wait. She built what you can do. Launch the channel. Write the first page. Start the course. Build the dream. Even if it's messy at first, you don't need to be chosen. You'll have to take some chances. You don't get breakthroughs in the comfort zone. You don't make history by playing it safe. Every inspiring person you know, every great creator, athlete, leader, entrepreneur, they all had to risk something. Their money, their peace, their time, sometimes their heart. But without risk, you stay hidden, you stay safe, and your life stays small. Nobody looks back on a safe life and feels proud. They look back and think, I should have tried. You're scared to speak in public, so you don't. You're nervous about launching something, so you delay. Years go by. Nothing changes because you chose safety over growth. What to do? Take one small risk today. Speak up, post it, apply, share. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Now ask, what if it actually works? That's the question that can change your life. Lesson 13. Time doesn't care if you're not ready. This is going to sting. The clock is ticking. It won't stop and say, take your time. It just moves. And one day, you'll open your eyes and realize that 10 years disappeared. Let me tell you now, you're not too young. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're just putting it off. Enough of that. You've spent long enough watching other people build their lives. Now it's time to build yours. This is your window. This is your moment. What hurts more, trying and failing, or never trying and always wondering? If the thought of regret haunts you, good. Use it. Regret is real, and it lasts. What to do? Look in the mirror and say, I don't have forever, but I have today. Start now, because time doesn't wait, and it never gives refunds. Lesson 14. Nobody cares, and that's a gift. This might sound harsh, but it's the truth. Most people don't care about your problems. Not really. They've got their own, and the moment you accept that is the moment you become free. Nobody's watching as closely as you think. Nobody is judging as hard as your inner critic is. Nobody's going to carry you out of rock bottom. That's the hard part. Here's the good part. Since no one cares, you can stop trying to impress them. You can stop waiting for applause. You can fall, mess up, look awkward, and get back up, and nobody's going to stop you. This is your chance to take all that pain, all that loneliness, all that rejection, and turn it into something. Fuel. People may ignore your struggle, but they'll respect your comeback. What to do? Use what hurt you. Channel what broke you. Turn silence into strength. You don't need their permission. You don't need their attention. You just need to move forward. Anyway, because you're not here to be noticed. You're here to build. Lesson 15. Why not now? We all do it. We say, I'll start next week, after the holidays, once I'm more motivated. But here's the reality. Nothing magical happens between now and then. You won't wake up more ready. You won't suddenly feel braver or stronger or smarter. And the fear, it doesn't go away, it waits. The only thing that changes things. You'll always have doubts, but that dream inside you, it's not going away. And the longer you delay, the further it drifts. Imagine your goals turning to dust, not because they were impossible, but because you waited too long to begin. So ask yourself, why not now? Why not take the first small step today? Why not write the first line, make the first call, record the first video, learn the first word? You don't need a plan for the whole year, just a little courage to start right now. Lesson 16. If your life feels wrong, create a new version. Be honest. Does the life you're living excite you? Do you wake up with energy, or do you drag yourself through the day? If your answer is no, then what are you waiting for? You're not a tree. You're not stuck. You can move. You can evolve. You can redesign everything. You don't need a breakdown to rebuild. You just need a decision to change your schedule, change your inputs, change your environment, change your attitude. Start becoming the person you keep imagining. Not next year. Today. Life doesn't upgrade automatically. It changes when you do now. It's your turn. You've listened this far. That means something inside you is ready. Ready to act. Ready to shift. Ready to become. So do this now. Like this video if it sparked something real in you. Subscribe to be part of this journey. We don't just talk, we build together. In the comments, let me know what part hit you the hardest. What topic do you want to hear more about next? And tell me where in the world you're listening from. I want to know, truly. This isn't just content, this is a movement, and I'm honored you're part of it. Until next time, stay focused, stay driven, and never stop building the life only you were born to live. We'll talk soon.